Hello world, welcome to Living by Abundance, where we learn the key principles and techniques for living life by abundance. Abundant health, wealth, love, and care. Join us as we dive into today's discussion. Mastering mind traps. Understanding and avoiding logical fallacies for living by abundance. In our quest for personal and professional growth, the clarity of our reasoning plays a pivotal role in shaping the decisions that define our paths. However, even the most discerning among us can occasionally fall prey to logical fallacies, those deceptive errors in reasoning that subtly undermine our arguments and distort our understanding. Recognizing and avoiding these fallacies is not just an academic exercise. It's a practical skill that enhances our ability to think clearly, argue effectively, and live abundantly. We will aim to illuminate some of the most common logical fallacies, providing you with the tools to identify and steer clear of these reasoning traps. By mastering the art of spotting these errors in everyday situations, you'll be better equipped to make decisions that are not only logical but also aligned with your goals for a prosperous and fulfilling life. Join me as we delve into the world of logical fallacies, where clear thinking is the key to unlocking a life of abundance.
Before we dive in, I want to share something that will help you manifest abundance even faster. The Living by Abundance Ultimate Affirmation Bundle. This bundle includes a 120-day affirmation ebook with 365 printable affirmation cards and a daily affirmation audio and video experience. All of this to help rewire your mindset for your Living by Abundance journey. It all starts with your mind, so get your bundle and start your transformation today at livingbyabundance.com. Now let's get into today's discussion.
First, ad hominem, attack on the person. The ad hominem fallacy detracts from rational debate by attacking the character of a person instead of engaging with their arguments. This often occurs in heated discussions where one party may attempt to discredit the other by focusing on personal rather than logical aspects. To counteract this, always steer the conversation back to the facts and remain objective. Remind participants to focus on the issue at hand and discourage personal attacks, which not only derail discussions, but also damage relationships and undermine the integrity of the debate. This approach fosters a more respectful and productive discussion environment. Second, straw man. The straw man fallacy involves distorting an opponent's argument to make it easier to attack. This often occurs in debates where one side oversimplifies or misrepresents the other side's position to weaken their argument artificially. By setting up a straw man, you can easily knock it down, giving the illusion of a stronger position. To avoid committing this fallacy, take care to understand and represent arguments faithfully. Encourage honest dialogue by asking opponents to clarify their points before you respond, ensuring that you are addressing their actual statements rather than a weakened version of them. Third, appeal to ignorance, argumentum ad ignorantium. This logical fallacy suggests that a claim must be true because it has not been proven false, or vice versa. It often appears in debates involving science and religion, where evidence for one side cannot be conclusively provided. The fallacy lies in assuming that lack of evidence is itself evidence. To avoid falling into this trap, recognize that some claims are not testable or may currently be beyond our ability to prove. Focus on the available evidence and acknowledge when an argument cannot be settled by facts alone, avoiding unwarranted conclusions based on the absence of proof. Fourth, false dilemma, dichotomy. A false dilemma occurs when you're presented with two options and told you must choose between them, when in fact more options exist. This fallacy can manipulate decisions and simplify complex issues into overly binary choices. To circumvent this, always question whether all alternatives have been considered. In discussions, propose or ask for other possibilities that may not have been initially presented. This ensures that decisions are made with a comprehensive understanding of all available options, leading to more nuanced and effective outcomes. Fifth, slippery slope. This fallacy argues that a small first step will inevitably lead to a chain of related events culminating in some significant, often negative effect. It relies on alarmist predictions rather than evidence and can shut down meaningful discourse by invoking fear of extreme outcomes. To avoid the slippery slope fallacy, require evidence to show that the progression of events is likely or inevitable. Question the likelihood of each step and consider whether interventions could prevent the purported outcome. This encourages more balanced and reasoned decision making. 6. Circular reasoning, begging the question. Circular reasoning occurs when the conclusion of an argument is also used as its premise without any additional evidence or reasoning. This type of reasoning is fundamentally flawed because it assumes what it is trying to prove, offering no real support for its conclusion. To steer clear of this fallacy, always ensure that your arguments are supported by independent evidence. Check that each claim contributes something new to the argument rather than merely repeating the initial assumption in a different form. 7. Hasty generalization. Hasty generalization involves drawing conclusions about entire groups or categories based on insufficient or unrepresentative samples. For instance, assuming all high school students dislike classical music based on a few interviews is a classic example of this fallacy. It's critical to ensure that conclusions are based on broad, statistically significant data rather than anecdotal evidence. In discussions, point out the limits of a small sample size and advocate for more extensive research before accepting broad claims. Encouraging comprehensive examination of evidence supports more reliable and universally applicable conclusions. 8. Post hoc ergo propter hoc, false cause. This fallacy occurs when it is assumed that because one event follows another, the first event caused the second. For example, believing that carrying an umbrella causes it to rain, simply because rain often follows the act of carrying an umbrella. To avoid this fallacy, it's essential to seek out and establish a clear causal link rather than relying solely on chronological order. Analyzing situations with a critical eye for other potential factors that could have led to the outcome is crucial. This helps prevent incorrect associations between actions and events, leading to more accurate understanding and decision making. Nunta bandwagon fallacy, ad populum. The bandwagon fallacy presumes that because a belief is popular, it must be true. This fallacy can often be seen in consumer behaviors and political opinions where the popularity of a viewpoint is mistaken for its validity. To combat this, evaluate the intrinsic merits of a belief or action regardless of its popularity. It's important to encourage independent thinking and remind others that the majority isn't always right, fostering critical evaluation over conformist thinking. By promoting a culture where ideas are assessed on their own merits rather than their popularity, you can help cultivate a more discerning and insightful community or workplace. 10th, appeal to authority. This fallacy involves accepting a claim because an authority figure endorses it rather than because of evidence. While experts provide valuable insights, their statements must be corroborated by evidence. Scrutinizing the evidence supporting an authority's claims, assessing potential biases, and considering multiple expert opinions are vital steps. This ensures that decisions are based on comprehensive evidence rather than deference to status or expertise alone. Encourage a healthy skepticism of authority figures and promote an environment where authority is questioned and validated through evidence. 11th, appeal to tradition. An appeal to tradition fallacy occurs when something is considered right or best simply because it's the traditional way. This can hinder progress and innovation by maintaining the status quo without questioning its efficacy or relevance. challenging traditional practices by comparing them with new methods or ideas and evaluating their effectiveness in the current context promotes adaptability and growth. Encourage questioning of long-standing practices to determine whether they still serve their intended purpose or if there's a better approach available. This mindset not only fosters innovation, but also ensures that traditions enhance rather than hinder progress. 12th red herring. A red herring introduces irrelevant information into an argument to distract from the main issue, which can derail productive discussion. To prevent conversations from going off track, focus on the main issue and gently steer others back when divergences occur. Recognizing and calling out red herrings in discussions helps maintain focus on the relevant issues, enhancing the efficiency and productivity of discourse. Make it a practice to identify and clarify the core issues at stake early in discussions to prevent the conversation from veering into irrelevant territories. 13. Tu quoque, you too. This fallacy diverts criticism by pointing out hypocrisy in the opponent. Rather than addressing the validity of the argument, the response focuses on the opponent's behavior. This often results in ad hominem attacks rather than constructive debate. Focus on the argument's merits rather than the personal characteristics or inconsistencies of those presenting opposing viewpoints. This approach fosters more objective and fruitful discussions and prevents dialogues from descending into personal attacks that undermine the pursuit of truth. 14th, no true Scotsman. The no true Scotsman fallacy adjusts definitions on the fly to exclude counterexamples. This is often used to protect a generalized assertion from criticism by shifting the criteria. To counter this, maintain consistent definitions and be open to evidence that contradicts your views. Recognizing and adapting to new information strengthens arguments and enhances the credibility of the discourse. By establishing clear and stable criteria for arguments, discussions can be more straightforward and less susceptible to manipulative tactics. 15th, oversimplification. Oversimplification ignores complex aspects of a problem, often resulting in misleading conclusions. It strips away nuance and can lead to faulty decisions based on incomplete understanding. To avoid this, delve deeper into issues to uncover and understand the various factors at play. Encourage comprehensive analyses and consider different perspectives to ensure a thorough understanding of the issues at hand. A well-rounded approach to problem solving recognizes the complexity of most situations and seeks to address them with adequately nuanced solutions. 16th, sunk cost fallacy. This fallacy compels continuing a failed project or behavior because of previously invested resources. Recognize that sunk costs are past and irreversible and should not influence current decisions, which should be based on future potential. Breaking free from the sunk cost fallacy involves evaluating current and future benefits rather than past losses, leading to more rational decision making. This shift in perspective can significantly improve strategic decision making by focusing on what is best moving forward rather than being anchored to past commitments. 17th, appeal to pity ad misericordiam. The appeal to pity attempts to win an argument by evoking sympathy from the audience, diverting attention from the argument's merits. While empathy is important, decisions should be based on rational analysis. Distinguishing between emotional manipulation and genuine argumentative substance is crucial. Ensuring that empathetic appeals are supported by logical reasons prevents emotional biases from clouding judgment, allowing for decisions that are both compassionate and logically sound. 18. Appeal to fear ad baculum. Using fear to persuade people to agree with an argument is an appeal to fear fallacy. It substitutes intimidation for rational reasons. To counter this, focus on the facts and logic of the argument. Question whether the outcomes are genuinely likely or just a tactic to provoke fear. Encouraging decisions based on evidence rather than fear supports more sound and unbiased reasoning, leading to healthier and more effective decision-making processes. 19th ambiguity. Ambiguity in arguments can be misleading, using vague or double-meaning words to confuse the issue. Clarify ambiguous terms and insist on specific definitions in any discussion or argument to ensure clear communication and understanding. Encourage specificity and clarity in all exchanges to avoid confusion and enhance the quality of dialogue. This practice not only improves communication, but also enhances the overall effectiveness of discussions and negotiations. 20. The gambler's fallacy. The gambler's fallacy arises from the incorrect belief that previous events affect the likelihood of an independent event occurring. For example, believing that a coin is due to land on heads after several tails is incorrect, as each flip is independent. Understanding and explaining the independence of events can help combat this fallacy. Promote awareness of how probability works to prevent misconceptions in decision-making processes involving randomness and risk. Educating others about statistical independence and probability can lead to more rational and informed decisions, especially in contexts involving risk assessment and gambling. Navigating through the maze of logical fallacies requires vigilance, critical thinking, and an ongoing commitment to clear communication. By understanding these common pitfalls and learning how to sidestep them, we can enhance our decision-making processes and engage more constructively in discussions. This not only strengthens our personal and professional relationships, but also ensures that our paths toward living abundantly are built on solid, rational foundations. As we continue to refine our abilities to identify and avoid logical fallacies, we empower ourselves to make more informed choices that truly reflect our values and objectives. Let this knowledge liberate us from the constraints of flawed reasoning and lead us toward more thoughtful, impactful interactions. Embrace the challenge of thinking critically, and watch as doors open to richer understanding and more effective communication in every aspect of life. Did you enjoy learning with us? Don't miss out on future insightful videos for Living by Abundance. Hit those like and subscribe buttons and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Together we will continue to learn the key principles and techniques for living by abundance, abundant health, wealth, love, and care. Want more? Make sure to explore livingbyabundance.com to dive deeper into this and other topics and for more tips and techniques for living by abundance. Don't miss out on the opportunity to continue improving your personal growth and transformation on your journey to living by abundance.
Real quick, let me share something powerful that will support your journey of living by abundance. The Living by Abundance Ultimate Affirmation Bundle, a powerful 3-in-1 system designed to rewire your thoughts and attract confidence, wealth, health, and success into your life. Are you ready to transform your mindset, elevate your life, and manifest abundance every day in every area of your life? Yes, you can have abundance in every area of your life. This bundle includes everything you need to build an unstoppable mindset for living by abundance. A 120-day affirmation ebook with daily prompts to shift your mindset. 365 printable affirmation cards, one for each day of the year, ready to inspire you. 365 affirmations audio and video experience for daily reinforcement wherever you are. With this bundle, you'll cultivate a mindset of abundance and gratitude, strengthen self-love and confidence every single day, attract financial prosperity, and improve your health. Boost focus, productivity, and motivation to crush your goals. This is a massive investment in yourself. Don't wait. Your life-changing mindset shift starts today. Get your Living by Abundance Ultimate Bundle and manifest the life you desire. Visit livingbyabundance.com and get your ultimate bundle and upgrade your journey to living by abundance today.
You're always welcomed at livingbyabundance.com. See you soon and keep living by abundance.